Dear students, in our previous session, we learnt about the graphs of trigonometric functions, and there we've seen how the graphs will come, what is the domain of the function and what is the range of the function also we've seen. In today's session, we are going to learn about the trigonometric function for sum and difference of angles. Okay, see the trigonometric function for sum or difference of angles. Okay, so before that, the compound angles and allied angles, you need to study about this. What is meant by compound angles and what is meant by allied angles? See, if you consider two angles x and y, if you add them x plus y, we will get this is sum of two angles. Similarly, if you subtract them, we will get the difference of two angles. But if you consider more than two angles like x, y, z and x plus y plus z or x plus y minus z, x minus y plus z, these are called compound angles. Means here we added more than two angles. Okay, this is also a compound angle, but here two or more angles we are using, adding. Okay, we are operating, then it is called as compound angles. See, what is meant by allied angles? Okay, see, if you consider the angles of the form n pi divided by 2 plus or minus theta, n pi divided by 2 plus or minus theta, where n belongs to any integers, then such angles are called as allied angles. Allied angles means here, if you consider two angles x and y, then x plus y or x minus y, okay, means here x plus y or x minus y is either 0 or multiple of pi by 2, 90 degree, multiple of 90 degree, it comes what, 90 degree, 180 degree, 270 degree, 360 degree, like this, it continues, right? And also it is either 0 or multiple of pi by 2, then we can say those angles are allied. Okay, here to say x and y are allied each other, x plus y or x minus y is either 0 or multiple of pi by 2. Okay, means see here, if you consider theta, theta is an angle to say theta is allied to minus theta. Okay, whether theta is allied to minus theta, yes, clearly, because here we'll get the difference is 0. Okay, difference is 0. Similarly, theta plus pi by 2 is allied to the angle theta. Again, because here theta and theta get cancels, we'll get pi by 2. Okay, so in this first case, theta is allied with minus theta, theta plus pi by 2 is allied with theta. Okay, so like this, here we got 0, x plus y, or theta plus theta 1 plus theta 2, or if you add two angles or if you subtract two angles, if you get either 0 or multiple of pi by 2, then clearly we can say those are allied angles. So here, if you substitute the value for n as n is integer, if you substitute n is 0, what will get? The first term vanishes, will get plus or minus pi, that is either theta plus theta will get or minus theta will get. Okay, here theta is allied to minus theta or minus theta is allied to plus theta. So here if you consider minus theta, clearly it is allied with the theta. Similarly, if you consider the value for n which is greater than 0 or less than 0, means positive integer or negative integer, then we'll get here. If you consider n as 1 into pi, that is pi by 2 plus theta, pi by 2 plus theta, and another one what will get pi by 2 minus theta. Okay, similarly if you consider n as 2, we'll get n is 2, if you consider we'll get that is 2 pi by 2, that is pi. Okay, so pi plus theta, pi minus theta, pi minus theta. Similarly, if you consider n as 3, we'll get 3 pi by 2 plus theta. Similarly, 3 pi by 2 minus theta. If you consider n as 4, we'll get 2 pi plus theta, 2 pi minus theta. Okay, so these are all allied angles. Okay, allied angles with the angle theta. So here we are going to find out what is the trigonometric function value for allied angles. Okay, before that we should do one derivation, that the trigonometric function for sum or difference of two angles. This is very important derivation, they will ask in exam for 6 mark. Okay, very important derivation. So here we are going to find in the derivation, okay, what is the trigonometric function for the sum of two angles, that is it may be cos or it may be sine or any trigonometric function. Okay, so what is the expression of this, what is the formula we'll get here, that we'll see in the derivation. Similarly the difference also, x minus y, cos of x minus y, like this. Okay, so now to derive that we need here the value of cos of minus x or sine of minus x. Means here minus x means you can observe, if you consider one unit circle with the center at origin in a plane, then if you measure clockwise direction, then you will get the center angle is negative. Okay, so here first I'll consider one unit circle in that any arbitrary point, consider p of a comma b be any arbitrary point on the circle. Okay, and this is a unit circle with radius 1 unit, center at origin. Okay, now this will be the radius of circle. Okay, if you draw here one line perpendicular to x-axis, the distance from that line from origin is a. Okay, and from the point P is B, and the radius is R. R is nothing but here 1. Okay, so here we can say with the central angle x or theta, anyway you can consider. If you consider central angle is x, then we'll get cos x is equal to a. Okay, cos x is equal to a, or a is equal to cos x, and b is equal to sin x. Similarly, here I consider the point in first quadrant, so that you got the coordinates of the point P is positive, both are positive. But if you consider the point in the fourth quadrant, then the coordinates of point will get like this, that is the first coordinate positive and second coordinate negative will get. Okay, okay, I'll consider this point with the same distance from x-axis, means here also it is x units, the length of arc is x unit, here also you have x unit only. Okay, but here I am measuring, since here you have the point or this line in the fourth quadrant, so I'll measure here clockwise direction, so we'll get here minus x, negative angle will get. Okay, in this case you can observe this is, okay, since this is the angle, this side is opposite side, this is adjacent, and this one is hypotenuse. So here cos of minus x with the angle minus x here, cos theta is nothing but adjacent by hypotenuse. So adjacent side is nothing but a, you know the length here a, and hypotenuse side is 1 unit. Okay, so a by 1, that is a only. Similarly, sine of minus x, sine of minus x, you can observe here first coordinate is cos minus x, same as here you will get, and second coordinate is sine of minus x, that is minus b. Sine of minus x is nothing but minus b. Okay, so you got the value of a and b in both way. Okay, in both condition you got the value of a and b. Now we can equate them, because by comparing, okay, here a is nothing but cos x and here a is nothing but cos of minus x. So cos of minus x is equal to a, we know, but a is nothing but cos x. So that we can say cos of minus x is nothing but cos x only. Cos x. In the fourth quadrant, if you consider the angle, we will get negative. In that case, cos is positive. Cos of minus x is cos x only. Similarly, sine of minus x is nothing but minus b, but b is here. What is the value of b? Sine x, that is actually standard value of b, sine x. So sine of minus x is nothing but you got minus sine x in the fourth quadrant. Okay, sine takes negative value, cos takes positive value. That you know already. You've seen that quadrant rule or ASTC rule. Okay, quadrant rule that you've seen in first quadrant all trigonometric functions are positive. In the second quadrant, sine and its reciprocal is positive. Third quadrant, tan and its reciprocal is positive. And in fourth quadrant, cos and its reciprocal, that is secant, is positive. So that we'll see here. So you got cos already positive, but sine is negative here. Now I am writing the value of tan of minus x. Tan x is nothing but, you know the formula, tan theta is equal to sine theta by cos theta. So here sine of minus x, sine minus x divided by cos minus x, cos of minus x. Okay. So the value of sine of minus x is minus sine x, and cos of minus x is cos x. Sine by cos is tan, minus tan x you got. So tan of minus x is nothing but minus tan x, isn't it? Okay. Similarly, next we need cot of minus x. Cot of minus x is nothing but it is the reciprocal of tan of minus x. Its value got what? Minus tan x. Okay, so this is nothing but minus cot x, minus cot x. Similarly, the next trigonometric function, that is cosecant x. It is nothing but 1 by cosecant of minus x. It is nothing but 1 by sine of minus x. But what is the value of sine of minus x? That is minus sine x. So minus 1 by sine x. 1 by sine x is nothing but cosecant x. So cosecant of minus x is nothing but minus cosecant x. Okay. Similarly, now the last one, that is secant of minus x. This is nothing but 1 by cos of minus x. But 1 by cos of minus x. Cos of minus x is nothing but cos x only. So 1 by cos x is nothing but secant x. So you got the value of secant x is positive in fourth quadrant. So secant of minus x is nothing but secant x. Like this is a trigonometric function for allied angle only, because here minus theta or minus x is allied angle, because it is the integral multiple, or it is a multiple of n pi, or it is a case will get, suppose here n is 0, then we'll get here minus theta or minus x will get. So clearly it is allied angle. Okay. So remember this, the sine of minus x is minus sine x, cos of minus x is cos x, tan of minus x is minus tan x, cot of minus x is minus cot x, cosecant of minus x is minus cosecant x, secant of minus x is plus secant of x. So in fourth quadrant only cos is positive, so cos and its reciprocal you got positive value. So remember this. Now we'll see, we are going to derive a very important derivation, okay, to get the expression of cos with the sum of angle, that is cos x plus y. Okay, what is the formula? We'll get that, we'll see here. Okay, see, for that we need to consider one unit circle in a plane such that whose center at origin. Okay, so like this, it is a unit circle. This is the origin O. Okay, O be the origin. That I'll write here. Let consider. Okay, consider a circle, unit circle, with center at origin. Center at origin. Okay, and now the you have your x-axis, x dash, y-axis, x dash, and y dash, right? Okay. Now, I'll mark some points on the circle. See, here, I'll take one rotation of a line. Okay, OX is a line you have. If you rotate that till here, okay, this point, you'll get that point I'll consider as P1 with the central angle x measured anti-clockwise direction. Okay. Similarly, another point I'll consider P2 on the circle with the central angle is x plus y. Okay, central angle means it is measured from positive direction of x-axis or negative, positive direction of x-axis, either anti-clockwise or clockwise direction. So here, this is central angle, but here you can observe, actually this angle you have x, you had x. Total angle is x plus y. So what is the angle between the line segment OP1 to OP2? That is y. Okay. So that angle is y we have. This angle is y. Okay. And another angle you have x here. This angle is x. Okay, central angle. This is x, this is y. Okay. And then consider another point P3 on the circle, okay, with central angle in clockwise direction is minus y, because here we will get negative angle in the clockwise direction. So central angle is here minus y, means here you can observe the length of arc. Okay, if you consider this point is P4 with the coordinates 1, 0, because this point lies on x-axis with the x coordinate is 1 and y coordinate is 0. Okay, now here the length of arc, what is the length of arc? X unit, because here central angle is x radian, means the length from P1 to P4 is x unit, and similarly P1 to P4 is y unit, and P4 to P3 is again y unit, but here measured clockwise direction, so you got central angle is negative. Okay, so this is a figure. Okay, so that if you want, I'll write here the angles what we considered, that is P1O P4. Angle P1O P4 is x. Angle P1 O P2 is y, means the angle, okay, here this is P4, P2, angle P2, P4 is x plus y. So P1O P2 is, you got y, and similarly angle P3O P4 is minus y. And we know here we can write any point on the circle in the form cos x comma in terms of cos and sine. Okay, because this is a parametric form. You can observe the coordinates of P1. Okay, P1 lies on the circle with the central angle x. So the coordinates of P1 we can write as cos x comma sine x. cos x comma sin x. Similarly, the central angle, okay, is x plus y of a point P2. Okay, what is the coordinates? What we'll get here? Central angle is x plus y, so we'll get cos x plus y comma sin x plus y. This is the coordinates of point P2. Similarly, here the central angle is minus y, so the coordinates of P3 we can write cos minus y comma sin minus y. But we know cos minus y is nothing but cos y only, because it comes in fourth quadrant, cos is positive, and sin of minus y is nothing but minus sin y. Okay, so I'll write the coordinates of P1, P2, P3, P4 here. The coordinates of P1 is nothing but cos x comma sin x. P2 is what? Cos x plus y comma sin x plus y. Coordinates of P3 is nothing but cos y comma minus sin y, and coordinates of P4 is 1 comma 0. Okay, likewise 4 points you have with the coordinates you know. Now see, observe the triangle here. Okay, I'll consider one triangle. Okay, see here P1 O P3. Okay, this is one triangle I'll consider. Okay, P1 O P3. By joining P1 and P3 we'll get one triangle. Similarly, another triangle I'll consider here P2 O P4. Okay, again by joining P2 and P4. Okay, by straight line. Okay, we'll get a triangle here. Okay, this is another triangle. Now observe the triangle. Triangle P1 O, this point is O because origin. Okay, P1 O P3 and P2 O P4. In this triangle, the length means OP1. OP1 is nothing but radius, okay, of first triangle. In the second triangle, P2 O P4, you can observe OP2. These both have same length because both are radius. OP1 is also radius, OP2 also radius, so both are equal. Similarly, another side, in the first triangle, that is OP3, and in the second triangle, OP4. Again they are equal because they are again the radius. OP3 is radius of circle, OP4 is radius of circle. This is the side of first triangle, this is the side of second triangle, both are equal. So in these two triangles, two sides are equal means clearly we can say they are congruent triangles. They are congruent triangles anta helbodu. Congruent means they are similar in what the angle similar you will get, and the size also same here. Okay, the length of side, each sides are equal. Okay, so clearly we can say the third side, that is P1 P3 of first triangle, is equal to P1 P4 of second triangle, P2 P4 of second triangle. This condition will get, since both triangles are here congruent triangles. Okay, so the condition of congruency that here the third side also equal. Means here the length from P1 to P3 is same as length from P2 to P4. You know how to find the distance or length from 2 points. If you consider 2 points in generally P of x1 comma y1 and Q of x2 comma y2, to find the distance between these two end point of a line, we can use the formula square root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. This formula already you studied in your high school classes. Okay, square root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus plus y2 minus y1 whole square. Okay, like this same formula you can use here to find the length. So here we are finding the length, so clearly we will get here square root. We can remove the square root by squaring on both sides. So squaring the length of P1 to P3, this is same as the squaring the length of P2 to P4, because these both are same means their square also same. Okay, the square of length also will get same. Now using this condition, okay, find the value of P1 P3 whole square first. Means P1 P3 square of the length from P1 to P3. So here you know the coordinates of P1 cos x comma sin x. Coordinates of P3 is cos y comma sin y. So using the coordinates you can find the distance. Here there is no square root, directly we can write because squaring, okay, already we squared here. So what will get here, cos x minus cos y whole square plus sin x minus sin y whole square. But here minus and minus will get plus. Okay, so here to expand this square we can use the formula a minus b whole square, formula a square plus b square minus 2ab. So cos square x plus cos square y minus 2 into cos x into cos y. Okay, similarly sin x plus sin y whole square, here you can use the formula a plus b whole square, that is sin square x plus sin square y plus 2 into sin x into sin y. Okay, now see difference here. You know the formula that sin square x plus cos square x is equal to 1. When you have same angle, then if you add cos square and sin square with the same angle, then you will get nothing but sin square x plus y. Okay, ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಈಗ again you can observe here cos square x plus y, sin square x plus y. Cos square x plus sin square x is 1. Cos square theta plus sin square theta is 1. Here theta is nothing but x plus y. Theta is nothing but x plus y. So if you consider x plus y is as theta, this is nothing but cos square theta plus sin square theta, whose value is 1. Right? So their value will get 1. Okay, 1 sigutide add madidre plus 1 extra we have here minus 2 into cos x plus y. So 1 plus 1 is nothing but 2 minus 2 into cos x plus y. Okay, this is the square of the length from P2 to P4. Equation number 2 you got. Equation number 2. Now by using equation number 1 and 2, equation number 1 and 2 we can write, see here I'll write, from equation number 1 and 2 we will get, you know here both are equal, so we can say 2 minus 2 cos, okay, 2 minus 2 cos x plus y is equal to 2 minus 2 into cos x cos y, cos x into cos y minus sin x into sin y. Nodi, now there I equated, so equate ಮಾಡುವಾಗ light terms ಅನ್ನು cancel ಮಾಡಬಹುದು ಅಲ್ವಾ? So here 2 is added, so you can cancel the extra term 2 on both sides. Similarly, you have your minus sign of this term, minus sign of this term, minus 2 into this term, minus 2 into this term. So minus 2 again you can cancel. Then what will get here? Cos x plus y is equal to cos x cos y, cos x into cos y minus sin x into sin y. Okay, sin x into sin y. So this is the expression we'll get. This expression we'll get. Okay, so this is very important expression. They'll ask for 6 mark. Okay, Okay, this is for 5 plus 1 extra question they will ask for 1 mark together with this. So in the part E of your question paper, last part, they will ask this question, very important. Okay, so once again look at in briefly I'll explain here. First you need to consider a unit circle in a plane such that whose center is at origin. Okay, then you have to mark 4 points on the circle such that the P1 coordinates of P1 is cos x comma sin x, means the central angle is x. Point P2 with the central angle x plus y, means the coordinates of P2 is cos x plus y comma sin x plus y. Coordinates of P3 is cos minus y comma sin minus y, means it is measured clockwise direction with the central angle is here minus y. Okay, and P4 on the x-axis, so the coordinates of P4 you will get 1 comma 0. Okay, so you should know these 4 coordinates properly. Okay, idan correct ಆಗಿ ಬರಿಬೇಕು. ಆ ನಂತರ here consider these 2 triangle. Okay, here pink color ಯಾವುದು ಕಲರ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೇನೆ with yellow color ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಟ್ರಯಾಂಗಲ್. ಎರಡು ಟ್ರಯಾಂಗಲ್ ಇದೆ, ಎರಡು ಟ್ರಯಾಂಗಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎರಡು ಸೈಡ್ಸ್ ಕೂಡ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಂಗ್ರುಯೆಂಟ್ ಟ್ರಯಾಂಗಲ್. ಸೊ ಅನದರ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಈಕ್ವಲ್. ಸೊ ಆ ಸೈಡ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅದೇ ಸೈಡ್ನ ಯಾವ ಸೈಡ್ ನೋಡಿ P1 P3 ಈಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು P2 P4 ಈ ಕೋಆರ್ಡಿನೇಟ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಗ್ತದೆ. P1 P3 ಈಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು P2 P4 ಸಿಗ್ತದೆ ನಿಮಗೆ. ಅದನ್ನು ಇಕ್ವೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅದರ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಆನಂತರ ಇಕ್ವೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಈ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. cos x plus y is equal to cos x into cos y minus sin x into sin y. Okay, so similarly we can derive cos x minus y, sin x plus y, sin x minus y, tan x plus y, tan x minus y, like this. Of all trigonometric function we can find the sum or difference. Okay, and after that we can find the trigonometric function or trigonometric ratio for allied angles also. That we'll see in the next class. Okay, thank you.